brothers and sisters, this is the deck, and today I would like to bring you some clarification on the most recent climate denial croc of the week. And I'd like to also take the opportunity to announce that Peter Sinclair from Green Man, let me see the link again. Green Man 3610 here on YouTube has released a new video about the composition of the atmosphere, so check it out. Now, what I would like to do in this video is to read an article from the site skepticalscience.com, a site devoted to examining the science of global warming skepticism. And this article, I will link to it on the description box, of course. But I'd just like to, broadcast it here as well to increase the impact. It is unfortunately necessary. It's an article from 22nd of November, so 2 days old. Okay, the reaction was fast enough. And it's about the most recent sub-conspiracy where some hacker hacked into the computers of the climate research unit from East Anglia University, and he uploaded to a Russian FTP site a huge zip file, which by the way I have it if you want to check it out. Supposedly those files contained some sort of big conspiracy revelation where the scientists were talking how they wanted to hide the data and stuff like that and manipulate it. Okay, so you judge for yourself, but in this case, a small excerpt from one of the emails that has been running all over the internet and creating a huge fuss and being totally exploited by the likes of Alex Jones and Glenn Beck's and all those loonies that you are familiar with. Now, the text itself, I'm going to read it to you. What do the hacked CRU emails tell us? And I'm going to put my freaking glasses. Earlier this week, the servers at the University of East Anglia were illegally hacked. Emails dating back to 1996 were stolen and leaked onto the web. Phil Jones, the director of the Climate Research Unit, has confirmed the emails are not forgeries, although there is over 60 megabytes worth of material. They can't guarantee all of it is genuine. What does it all mean? Michelle Malkin labels it the global warming scandal of the century. Of course, the century is only 9 years old, but even scandal of the decade would be no mean feat. James Delingpole at the UK Telegraph, an asshole by the way, claims the emails are the final nail in the coffin of anthropogenic global warming. So just what do these emails tell us? Some of the emails must be embarrassing for the authors. One email responds in poor taste to the death of a well-known skeptic. Their scathing discussion of skeptics such as Steve McIntyre and Roger Pilk, including imaginings of violence. However, the crucial question is whether these emails reveal that climate data has been falsified. The most quoted email is from Phil Jones in 1999 discussing paleo data used to reconstruct past temperatures. And this is a quote from the email that has been circulating like mad. I have just completed Mike's nature trick of adding in the real temps to each series for the last 20 years, i.e. from 1981 onwards, and from 1961 for Keith's, to hide the decline. Okay? To hide the decline. What do the suggestive tricks and hiding the decline mean? Is this evidence of a nefarious climate conspiracy? Mike's nature trick refers to the paper Global Scale Temperature Patterns and Climate Forcing over the past 6 centuries. Man, 1998. Published in Nature, so hence Mike's nature trick, okay, by lead author Michael Mann. The trick is the technique of plotting recent instrumental data along with the reconstructed data. This places recent global warming trends in the context of temperature changes over longer time scales. The decline refers to the divergence problem. This is where tree-ring proxies diverge from the modern instrumental temperature records after 1960. The divergence problem is discussed as early as 1998, suggesting a change in the sensitivity of tree growth to temperature in recent decades. Briffa, 1998. It is also examined more recently in Wilmking, 2008, which explores techniques in eliminating the divergence problem. So when you look at Phil Jones' email in the context of the science discussed, it is not the skimmings of a climate conspiracy, but technical discussions of data handling techniques available in the peer-reviewed literature. In the skeptic blogosphere, there is a disproportionate preoccupation with one small aspect of climate science: proxy records, reconstructions of past climate, or even worse, ad hominem attacks on the scientists who perform these proxy reconstructions, namely tree rings and stuff. This serves to distract from the physical realities currently being observed: that humans are rising CO2 levels, that we're observing an enhanced greenhouse effect, that the planet is still accumulating heat, and what are the consequences of our climate's energy imbalance? Sea level rise is accelerating, Greenland ice loss is accelerating, Arctic ice loss is accelerating, and globally, glacier ice loss is accelerating, and Antarctic ice loss is accelerating. So when you read through the many global warming skeptic arguments, a pattern emerges. Each skeptic argument misleads by focusing on one small piece of the puzzle while ignoring the broader picture. To focus on a few suggestive emails while ignoring the wealth of empirical evidence for man-made global warming is yet another repeat of this tactic. So this was the DAC. You have been briefed. Spread it.